Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. So today we're gonna actually review a classic by the name of Yariman Fudosan parts 1 and 2, and I'm gonna summarize this as quickly and as thorough as possible, right? So this one basically is actually pretty straightforward, and it actually starts off as the two main characters who happens to be real estate agents, but they're not like your legitimate real estate agents. They're like they run this very rundown building and next to it actually, and it's like a very sketchy, type of service that they provide, but nonetheless these services may look convincingly legit. So we see our two characters selling their apartments, and they give them like a list of apartments and prices and what it comes with. So there's this couple who happens to be like, I believe one is happens to be younger and the other guy seems to be way older, and they both she takes the apartment, and I believe it's like 1800 yen. And as they go to this apartment, they happen to come across a blondie who happens to be at tsundere. Now, for those who don't know what a tsundere is, it's basically the type of chick that gets angry or irritates you or bullies the hell out of you, but yet somehow catches feelings. But not this one. This one is a straight up bully, and she got that dog in her. So what happens next is kind of interesting. So there is this, the two of them happens to investigate the apartment, and when they come into the apartment, it looks like a fucking pigsty. I'm not gonna lie. But before that, the guy happens to follow her around, and it looks like what she tends to have behind her is a sugar daddy per se. But I digress. So they come up to the apartment, and again, it looks like a whole mess. And afterwards, she gets heated, and they start to be going at it. She went into pound town mode immediately, and the guy is all like shook and oblivious to the fact too, because them pheromones be kicking in on high gear. Now, the next scene is kind of weird. It looks like I didn't understand the context of it because it's been a while since I watched it. But from what I can see here, she hands her, well, one of the tenants hands them the key, and then she walks out. Like, it looks like she is no longer renting the place. But nonetheless, they take a tour on the place. They have a nice electric modern day stove and all of that. Again, the pheromones kicked in, and she starts going on the town again. Now, this is where it gets creepily interesting, to say the least. So what happened is that there's a camera, and there's this old creepy dude that is willing to take an apartment from them. Now, he does not know their type of business is very sketchy, but nonetheless he takes it, and he happens to be a factory worker, but he's a very perverted type of worker that you do not want around. He's like your uncle basically. But yeah, and there's while he's at work actually, and these three, the other two dudes and the manager come in like, hey, I would like you to do something for me and this and that and the other. And he completes the work, and he comes home, and what happens is the unthinkable. So he happens to be known to be a camera installer. He installed cameras in the apartment, and when he thought he was watching like the whole shenanigans with this main character, she, like, I don't know, she happens to be a nympho for some reason, and now he's being watched because apparently they hooked a camera on top of. Okay, so that was the end of part one. So let's get on to part two, shall we? So now we have this couple. I believe I was mentioning the wrong one. That was episode one. In episode two, now we see this couple who is about to get married soon and is looking for a place. Now they were kind of like going back and forth because the husband was looking for something cheaper, but the wife is like, well, this thing has a modern stove and everything was modern. And again, the business is a legit business, but again, at the same time, sketchy. So you guys just go along with me on this one. So the wife decided to take the modern apartment, and they go touring around the entire setting, and then everything looks very nice. The apartment look really good. It looks like something for like a couple for who works, and this and that and the third. Now this is where we get to the next scene, which is really creepy. So he has to go to work tomorrow, and the wife is also like, the guy's hormones is kicking in, and and afterwards she is like very frustrated, and yes, there is a spoiler. She is cheating on him. Yes, she is doing the NTR on him. She is basically the netori, not the netorare. The netorare. Yes, and right now he's worried. And okay, I forgot to mention the guy's name. The guy's name is Naoto, and the guy, well, I can't remember the chick's name, but it'll come about. So yeah, the he's actually talking to him. I mean, and he's like venting to the guy, and he's like, well, listen, I'm afraid that my wife may be cheating on me with a younger guy because of my age, and we have a very huge age gap difference. And he's listening, and all he could do is listen, because that's all he could do at this point. Now we see the, I don't know how she get this, which is the boss of the company. So Naoto and the chick who's alongside him, who's his boss, by the way, she got a clip of her getting like pounded by the pizza guy. So the two of them decided to investigate. And while all of this is going on, well, of course, the boss and the workers going at it. Then it turns out that, oh Lord, where can I do this? I can't do this shit no more. So the next day, the tenant comes to him and he's like, hey, I want to thank you for listening to me, and I'm very happy to let you know that I'm gonna be a daddy because she is pregnant. And I was like, oh Lord, how do we tell him? How do we tell him that that is not his kid? And she was having the pound town with, I believe, is a guy, but a much younger guy who is probably in her age group, because the guy looks like he's in his late like 40s to early 50s, and the chick looks like her early, well, I would say late 20s to like mid 30s. And yeah, that's the wildest part of all, that the fact that he doesn't know that he's being cheated on. Also, when we go to the next scene is kind of straightforward, I guess. Oh, right. So in the last scene, we see that the guy gets promoted to become the manager, while also at the same time she will be retiring. That's what it means. So because he is doing such a great of a job, she told him that, listen, I will hand my position to you and I'll be retiring. However, things took a turn for, the unexpected. He tells her that he's very much in love with her because they've been going at it for the past few weeks. So, of course, over time, feelings are going to grow and this and that and the third. But nonetheless, they ended up going at it one last time. And yeah, that is pretty much the end of the second episode. Now, if you guys want to watch it, I will put the name in the title. And it's very easy to find it. No worries. It's all over the internet. You just had to go in incognito and that's it. You're pretty much clear. And here's the good news too. I know you all love uncensored shit, so you guys are gonna enjoy this one. So yes, it is uncensored. You guys can look it up. You guys can watch it, and you give me your honest thoughts. And yeah. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I may be able to upload another video tomorrow, but let's see how that goes. So stay frosty. Again, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one and have a good weekend. Don't drink too much. Peace out. Also enjoy the rest of the gameplay. This was actually a Fortnite gameplay prior to the new updated version, which is in my last video. You guys see that they made some updates and whatnot. So yeah. So okay, so that is the end of it. Oh, and also I forgot to mention this. I have an update. So I want to organize a live stream, but because I don't have the right proper tools to do this yet, that is why I have not done the live stream. I also wanted to do a podcast and all of that, but all of these things will take time. But I know, guys, with your support, I will definitely reach there. So yeah, make sure to look out for those updates as well, and I will be uploading on a, well, I will try to upload as much as possible to keep you guys entertained. But anyways, guys, again, I appreciate your support. All you gotta do is like and share and subscribe if you haven't already as well. And if your friends or family or that one weird cousin you may have in the family that wants to watch something, this is definitely a recommended channel. And it's also not only just based on reviewing things, I also like to engage conversation with you guys in the comments, because I want to know what you guys think of it. If you think the design could have been done a little better, or the story could have been done a little bit better, but you know, that is why I like to engage with you guys. So yeah, let me know in the comment section. Have a good one, and yeah, peace.